Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb, and on this episode we're going to do Get Ready With Me, my morning routine makeup, how I get my makeup on for filming for YouTube and for a day in the life of just regular makeup. Bum, bum, bum. Let me show you what I'm doing. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb. I have lost a significant amount of weight through keto and intermittent fasting, and I got heavily requested a Get Ready With Me morning routine, how I do my makeup video. So that's what today is. I'm gonna show you all of my makeup for getting zhuzhed up, my makeup for YouTube makeup and a day in the life of makeup. If you love this video, smash that like button. Click subscribe if you want to see all things weight loss related, keto related, intermittent fasting related on my low carb journey. And also make sure you sign up for my free weekly Wednesday weight loss email. It comes with a free keto meal plan and intermittent fasting plan too. Let me show you everything on my makeup video. If you like this, put Get Ready With Me down in the comments if you want to see more videos just like this one. Now let's dive in. So here's my 3D White Luxe Professional Effects. I've tried multiple different kinds of white strips, and these are the best ones to use. And these are my e.l.f. under eyes. I just got these like super cheap at Target. But anyways, I'm gonna put these on to help make my under eye circles from having a 3-year-old a little bit less, and keep this on for about an hour. And these are the two products I start off with, the professional strips and then the e.l.f. charcoal hydrogels. You can probably get more Jaja expensive ones, so those are just the ones I use, and using these. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pluck my delicious little eyebrows there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put my toner on. I will put these all in the description link below, but I like Savor Beauty's organic products. I go between using theirs and other things, but I always come back to it because I like it so much. I'll use this first. I'll then put a vitamin C down. Then I'll put my Mary Kay Time Wise Repair on. It's like a lifting serum. And then I'll put on my Mary Kay, like it's an SPF or whatever, and I go between this one's also good. I coupon for this and got it for like $2 or $1. And then I have a third one that I also go between as long as it has SPF on it and moisturizer. And since this is like spring, summertime, I go for a little bit lighter products. In the wintertime, I would also have a hydrator to go with this too. My eye cream, I will also use Savor Beauty's eye cream that they have, or I use a Mary Kay eye cream, either or, I rotate between. Put on my fingers from the Q-tip, and then just put it on underneath my eyes, now that I have my eye pack to help brighten that up. On days where my eyes are kind of puffy, I do like to use this, it's just a Garnier eye brightener anti-puff roller. You can use a lot of different depuffers, but this is the one I like. I do have a hooded eye, and depending on how I sleep on it, it can be hooded. So this helps brighten my eyes a little bit. I'll do a little underneath again. Wow, that gel pack really actually helped. That majorly helped the puffiness. And that tells me that there's creepy carbs. If y'all watch my keto and intermittent fasting videos, that tells me that there's creepy carbs up in the food that I had last night for the puffiness too. And also how I sleep on it also makes that golden, and I still have my mouth thing too. So now that I know that my eyes are well hydrated with my eye cream, I'll next just spray the toner on my face, and I just do like one here, 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 and in the middle. You probably should do less, but I do a little bit more, and then walk away. Don't breathe that in. So next I will use my vitamin C, and there's higher grades of vitamin C. I just got this cheap one. I think I got it from my TJ Maxx haul. But I do like using vitamin C to help with like anti-aging, discoloration, things like that. And then I will just let this dry, and I'm gonna go put a load of laundry in and come back after it dries. So next that it's dried, I'm just gonna put some repair stuff on here. It's supposed to make it firming. So I'm just gonna put my firming serum on. It's supposed to help tighten and firm up. And one spot I always try to get is I have a lot of sun damage right here on my cheekbones. And I do like to get my neck and my décolleté now. Just because. So, gonna let that dry. And while that's drying, like I said, I just use an SPF moisturizer as long as it has sunscreen in it, and making sure it's not expired. That was another mistake that I previously made of using expired sunscreen, and it doesn't really help. So, and this already has a moisturizer built in. Next I'm gonna use a primer. I use Mary Kay's primer, is great. I've gotten this, I coupon for it. I love to coupon. It was Revlon Photo Ready Primer. I go between these. I'm just trying to use this one out to use this one because I got it for like $2 or $1 or something like that. And there's nothing, it was like from Rite Aid, so there's nothing wrong with it. So I use a primer just to help. I have bigger pores, and for me, a primer helps A, make my foundation stay on longer, but B, it makes my pores look smaller. So next I have my concealer I'm gonna put on underneath my eyes. I have ordered a new one. I couponed again for this. This was like $1. It's CoverGirl. And I liked it because of the wand, but I totally am not brand loyal for my concealer, just as long as it conceals. Because I do have a 3-year-old who does not like to sleep well. So using a concealer, I will let that set. Like, I'll let it just set for about a minute or so, like sink in. I am trying a new brand of this though. There's one, who was it? I think it's Jeffree Star's concealer is the one that I ordered. I ordered something and I'm just waiting for it to come. I think it was Jeffree Star's one because it doesn't have the crepiness. And that's why for me, eye cream is so important to prevent, like 20-something-year-olds can get away with having thicker stuff under their eyes. Mine just sucks it up and makes my wrinkles way more exposed. So then next, I'm diehard. I'm so brand loyal to Mary Kay's foundation. I have not found any foundations, and I've tried tons, that work so well. So this is Beige 1. I have red undertones in my skin. I like this because it covers it. I used to use a beauty sponge. I used to use a brush, and I just use my fingers because it is heat activated. It's easier for me to apply on, and I just put little dots. Again, I let it sit underneath my eyes before I blend it in, because I find it blends much easier that way. Y'all, my face is gonna look totally different here in a minute once I get my foundation on. Ta-da! Okay, so now I just make sure it still looks discolored in the lighting, but it's going to blend in over the next 2 minutes. It will blend in a little bit better. And I just go through and make sure, particularly on my nose with my big pores, I literally go through and slit in to make it go in my pores better. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of my foundation. Again, I don't like to put too much because then it gets crepey in there, but I'm trying to block the dark circles. Just re-blending that in. And I always wash my hands, of course, after using the foundation because they get all goopy. And you can see real life over there. Royal weight loss meets real life. Next, I do my eyes next. That way I can set my liquid eyeliner mascara before I put my magnetic eyelashes on. And then I do my cheekbones, my contouring. So I use 2 different things. I try different things, and what I've recently been trying is Beauty Counter, and so I've been trying that. I have liked their shades. This is their like purple palette that they have. Hello, gorgeous. And because I have greenish eyes, I like using a purple for my crease. But so I use a highlighter. This is the Mary Kay one. This is Honey Spice. And then I use a Mary Kay Sweet Plum. And it's Plum. So then what I do is I go through first, and sometimes I put primer on. Like today, I'm like, Mama got to get her step moving a little bit faster. I put the highlighter on first, and that's going to accentuate up in here in the brow bone and then underneath on the eyelid. And because I have hooded eyes, I am heavy to do the highlighter up in this part. I hate it when it's at the end. Like there's not that much left. So I'm like, there we go. And this one has a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm in my late 30s. And so I try not to do too much shimmer these days. But in the Beauty Counter, is that what it's called? I use the Candlelight one, and then I'll highlight it a little bit with the Cameo because it does have a shimmer effect. Next in the crease, and these are Mary Kay brushes. I use other brushes. I have e.l.f. brushes. I got someone else's recently, but I go back to my Mary Kay ones because they're easy to wash. They're just easy. There's that. And I give it a little tap on my sink to break off the leftover stuff, and I go heavy on this, man. I like it heavier to help hide my hooded eye, and I'm just blending that in. And then I look straight on in the mirror. Y'all are at a bad angle, I gotta fix that. I look straight on and make sure that my crease, that it's in the crease. Then I just wipe it off. This is just a Mary Kay brush that I have. Any excess that's underneath, scoop it up, make sure that it's like cutting right there. And then next, I do my liquid eyeliner and my mascara so that can dry before I put my magnetic eyelashes on. Okay, so I use, y'all always ask which one I use. This is my ride or die. This is my physician's formula because, shake it first, it has this super fine, put my step down, it has that super fine point in it, and it makes it really easy to put it on. And you can make, I just messed it up, but it makes it easy to put on in the crease there. Ta-da! Easy, and it lasts a hot second. And then I'll just fix this little side thing. Just fix that. Okay, next I am also super loyal. I've tried really expensive mascaras. I always go back to L'Oreal. This voluminous one, I love it, I love it, I love it. And so what I do is I just take it off the wand, I wipe it to prevent any clumps, and then I apply it. You can curl your eyelashes, I just don't for time factor. And I just janked up my eyeliner. I should have let it dry more. That's okay. Hashtag mom life. Okay, next, so I'm gonna let that dry, my eyeliner and my mascara dry. There, fixed it. Can fix everything. So next I'm gonna do my brows. I am in love with this Kiss product. I used to use Mary Kay's brow fill-in. You can see I have no brows, like none, they fall out. If you measure how you should do your eyebrows is taking something that, this is bent, but if it's straight from your nostril, straight up is where this part should go. And this way, you make it diagonal from this nostril to your eye is where the tip of the brow should go. And that's how I fill them in. I like using this one, and I coupon for this, I got it for like $1, but I like it because of this brush. Use a brush like this. Mary Kay has one in their brush set too, and you can find them probably somewhere else. But I like this type of brush. And then again, I like using I used to use a pencil, but I found using this brow powder just works so much better. And again, using those guidelines for my nose straight up to not make them look like clown eyebrows. And I tend to go a little bit, for YouTube makeup, for filming, I go way heavier than like if I'm going to like my kid's school. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear much thicker makeup for filming, and I can tell on YouTubers, I'm like, wear more makeup. So if you're a YouTuber, you're gonna need to go a little bit heavier for it to show up on camera. Your eye makeup is gonna be different than your day-to-day. It's gonna be heavier. Frida Family and I have talked about this so many times. She has the best makeup too. And then if I make a mistake with this powder, see what the difference that is? It's really simple to fix with a powder versus say like a pencil. And then I have my arch going, and I like this because I can just dip it on the front and the back of the brush, and it's angled. And I'll use that angle to my benefit. And I do love to have music going, but for copyright reasons, I will not have music going in the background, but I love listening to some Christian music like Casting Crowns or Dave Matthews, Britney Spears. We have a Google, hey Google, and then I'll ask to play music usually to get the day started right. See, and it's no big deal if you mess up with the powder. Okay. Okay, next I'm gonna hit, I gotta take this out soon, it's been almost just an hour. Next I like to put a little lip on. Honest to goodness, I coupon for these off of Amazon of all places. They had, usually I can get lipsticks for like $3 on Amazon. So I have just a regular old lipstick. The shade is, if you wanna know, is, what brand is it? Ding, 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 ding. Color Sensational, so it's CoverGirl. And then I use lip gloss. I'm totally brand loyal to Burt's Bees with their lip gloss, and I love this particular brush. Just click it. and then do that. But I do that, I just put lip on because it looks freaky when I don't have lipstick on with my foundation. Next, I'm gonna go do my cheeks, and I'm gonna come back to my eyes after my liquid eyeliner and mascara has dried. This is the important part. Okay, this is the important part, is the contouring part. So my face is starting to come together, yeah? One thing I love to use for contouring is e.l.f.'s. I just opened up a new package of that. This is great, and it's not super expensive, it's easy, but I have, for on a budget stuff, I have done cheap makeup. This is literally CoverGirl. It's for a darker shade, and I got it for like, I don't know, $1. It's like for Latina or for African American. And I use that simply just going in where my natural cheekbones are. I'm using, the brush I'm using is a, what is this? Sonia, I got it at Target, but it's the expensive. This brush it's got some heft. You could hurt someone with this brush. But I have used the e.l.f. one. This is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush to put in, I stipple it in, like, so it goes into my pores and it sets longer. But this bad boy, like, oh no, it's not doing it. It breaks. It's broken, like it's, can you hear that? It's wobbly. Nobody wants a wobbly brush. You could use your e.l.f. palette easily just using the darkest shade. Like, I'm super fair, but just putting it in, so you can see the difference of like the texture versus this side. So whatever you feel comfortable with using, I will link them both down below. And then I use my brush simply just to blend it, like that's heavy, to blend it in. And again, I'm doing more of camera makeup, like YouTube makeup. But for day-to-day, I also do a heavy contour. Y'all see me at school pickup line, and I got it going on. So I'm doing up in here at the top of my forehead, and I'm gonna blend that. And you could use totally a beauty blender. I just like using brushes because I have more control with them. And I certainly do underneath my neck. No shame in that game. Get it underneath your neck, make sure it goes back to the side, and blend it down. And then I do the side of my nose. Some people do contouring more. It makes my face red if I do this too much. I've not honestly figured out how to do that the best without ripping off my foundation. And I do right underneath in here. There we go. And now I simply just take my fingers and kind of blend it. Like, you don't need expensive products, just to blend it in. That is heavy, but it's gonna get less heavy here in a minute. My skin sucks it in, and so I don't mind it being a little bit heavier because it's gonna suck it in. Next, I'm gonna take these out in a minute, so let's take them out. Ta-da! And I'm just gonna brush my teeth with them to get the stuff off. No doctoring, here's the side-by-side. That really just got all of my stains off. Yahoo! Now I feel really comfortable smiling. So we went through, we did eyes. I'm gonna go back to eyes in a minute. I did my cheeks. I'm gonna put a little, again, I hate having my lips be not done. Next, I like to use a highlighter. I use a bunch of different highlighters. I have an e.l.f. one. Let me show you. One is also awesome. I will link that. Everything will be linked down in the description link below. And then I have a Physicians Formula that I coupon for, and I got it for like $1 or $2. But it has the 3 different shades. And I like to use the middle one. This color for my skin tone, I like. It does magnify pores a little bit. So I just simply put it up here, down my nose, along the sides, and then above my bone. This is a Mary Kay brush that I'm using. It's supposed to be a powder brush, but I'm using it for my highlighter. On camera, if you're a YouTuber, you absolutely should be wearing highlighter. Absolutely. People always ask me about my cheekbones popping. It's because of a highlighter. Get highlighter if you are on camera. And then I just do a little bit extra over the top of my brow, down the nose, up the side. I will go back in with my concealer, and then I will go back over my brows just to like get out the highlighter on the actual brow part, but I want it around the other part of the brows. And again, I like this, what was it? this Kiss, who is this tool that comes with it. Oh my gosh, it totally makes it worth it. Yeah, there. Okay, give it a little arch, a little extra Botox without having the Botox. Now I need to go ahead and put on I'm gonna put my Burt's Bees on, and then I'm gonna put my magnetic lashes on. I love gloss. I'm a child of gloss. I went to college in the early 2000s. I'm a gloss girl. So next is magnetic eyelashes. I love Ardell's magnetic eyelashes. Love them. These are, what style is this? I think these are the 10, what number are they? It doesn't say the number. Okay, these are the ones that I would recommend if you don't ever wear eyelashes because they're baby ones. They just go on half of your eye. I use the big boy ones. These are the big, like, they're drag queen ones. And if you drop them in the sink like I just did, the sink catches them because they're metallic, but these are the big boy ones. They're huge. We are going to a family function today, so I'm actually not, I'll pop them on so you guys can see what they look like, but I usually, because I'm going to a family function, I don't want them to be filming eyelashes. I have different eyelashes for different wears. But it has the 4 magnets on it. Sometimes I will cut them to make them right there, only 3 magnets. The most important part of it is making sure the inner corner simply catches the magnet. Boom. Like, doesn't that make a big difference? Big difference. You can see my dark circles. That's mamaing right there. Hashtag mom life. So that's it. And that's YouTube makeup right there. That is the finished product. That is a major difference. Isn't it a major difference? So that's the end result. I think it looks freaking amazing. I love it. And that's my ready to go. Now I'm ready to go film some YouTube videos and go be a mom of a 3-year-old and rock and roll. And if you want to see how I do regular old eyelashes, I just have this brand. You can get any. I like, oh, just my finger. I like these. I love Ardell. I love Ardell. Or Kiss is another good brand. I simply cut them. I've already cut these, and then I take black lash glue, and simply put them on top of my liquid eyeliner.
I'm not trying to squeeze it. Can I squeeze it too?
Nope, it's sticking to my fingers. Ugh. It's getting everywhere. Ah! Well, that's a disaster. I've got it everywhere. It's great that I'm doing that in a tutorial video of how you put on eyelashes. You can use these awesome handy little things that sometimes come with magnetics to help put them down. And then that's why I cut them, is because they perfectly fit right in there. So there's one set. Well, let me do the other side. So I simply just take these off of the pack. I pick it from the side. Usually I use tweezers to be very gentle, but I'm in a time crunch. So I have these, I cut them. Make sure you cut the sides. Right there. And then I take this, because it's so big, it's made for a man, because drag queens do also use these. And make, my little boy's back there, so I'm gonna block him. Cut the sides of this. Make sure you cut in here, because you don't want it, that's way too big. I do also make them for men, which is why they are so big. I just simply cut it that shape that I know it's gonna fit my eye. Take my black eyelash glue that I've gotten everywhere, simply put it on here. And this is why I like magnetic eyelashes better, is glue is now everywhere. It's all over my hands, it's all over my counter, it's everywhere. That doesn't happen with magnetic eyelashes. But I wanted to show you guys both ways to do it. And then I simply let those set, and then that's the other version that you can use. So that's another way you could do your eyelashes. Is that showing up? There, you can see it a little bit better. It's just a different way that you can get a voluminous effect. Did you love this video? Make sure you click like and sign up for my free weekly Wednesday weight loss email if you want to get more tips on how I do weight loss. Check us out next time, guys. I hope you like this video. Did you love this video? Make sure you click subscribe if you want to see all things keto and intermittent fasting along my weight loss journey, or beauty products. If you want to see beauty, put that down below. And quick disclaimer, I'm not a beauty professional. This is simply just what you guys requested, so don't judge me if my techniques are not professional, because I'm not.